The crash out was almost... The crash out was going to be televised. The crash out was going to... The crash out was televised. Not the whole thing, but half the crash out was televised. I gotta say though, of all the crash outs, it's probably the calmest crash out of all time. Either way, welcome back to another issue of the Daily Planet. I've talked on the channel before about having moments where, as a content creator, and these don't happen, I mean, they may happen often, I don't know. For me, it only happened once before, maybe twice. But I've talked before about having moments where you kind of like, I don't know, like a switch goes off in your head and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I doing this? Like, what am I doing? And the first time it happened to me, it was kind of like, why am I putting myself out there on the internet? What if this ruins my life? What if this ruins chances of a job? What if this ruins all sorts of things? By the way, it's October 30th. Tomorrow's Halloween. Excited. Apparently, it's not going to rain tomorrow. Pretty excited. But yeah, I was kind of like, what am I doing? What am I doing in my life? Why am I doing this? You know, like this is... Putting myself out there is going to literally ruin my life. That happened in... I'm going to guess 2018. 2018, 2017. Because I think 2018 or 19, somewhere in there, was when I had my moment of nobody's going to stop me from doing this. So it was almost like a reverse crash out. I kind of had a mental freak out mode of like, you got to do this. That was like 2019. And then of course COVID happened and we went full force. But 18 or 17, whatever it was the crash out of like, why am I doing this? Yesterday, I was unboxing my Marvel Legends X-Men 97, Jean Grey, and Cyclops. Everything was just did not feel right. It did not feel right. And actually, I'm going to leave that part in the review when I drop it, of me being like, this just doesn't feel right. But I proceeded anyway. I kept going. Couldn't find the SD card. Camera shut down. Whole thing was going. And then I'm looking at these figures. And I'm like, I just spent $62 on these two figures. And these are the blandest vanilla figures I've ever bought. They are just... And I spent that much money on them. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I even doing this review? Why am I doing toy reviews? It was... My brain just was like a switch went off. A switch went off. And I didn't even take the pictures. I think I took two, and I'm not even going to post them. Maybe I'll post one. I don't know. But it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. So I sat there. My wife came home. And I was like, you know what? Let's just edit this video. We're going to put this out there, whether it's a toy review or whether it's just like another type of just like conversation. Either way, we're going to put this out there. And I'm going to have fun with it. Did all sorts of edits. Did a lot of cuts. Downloaded a bunch of B-roll. I'm hoping I get no copyright flags because I use a lot of copyright material on it. But we're going to try. And I went to export. It was like 12:15 in the morning. Hit export so I can go shower, go to sleep. Been trying to go to sleep earlier, been failing at that. And I noticed that like it's exporting like the wrong section. Like usually I do like, I'll do like a timeline. Maybe I'll move things around, section it off, and you could tell Premiere just export this part. I felt it was exporting everything for some reason, and I don't remember selecting that. So I hit cancel, on the export, and all of a sudden, Adobe crash, error message. You have no choice but to hit, to accept it. Click the button to accept the crash. Open Premiere. It says you want to reopen the last project. Pretty standard. I say yes. All of a sudden, it is the timeline with none of the edits I did. It's all the raw footage. That was the last version it uploaded. It opened. So I sat there. I stared at the screen. I just stared at the screen. And I was like, don't lose it. Just don't lose it. It's got to be here. It has to be here. I was pretty sure I have autosave selected on Premiere. So I go to ChatGPT because I can't find the folder for autosaves. ChatGPT tells me where it is. I go to that folder and it's empty. I go to the settings to where it says it saves, autosaves, empty. Still keeping it in. And it's funny, before I hit export, I was about to text a group and let them know I just did the most ambitious edit of all time. It isn't really, but to me it was, And then that happened. So then ChatGPT is like, well, if you go to the folder that all the projects save, usually there's a subfolder of autosaves. Sure enough, it was there. One of the last edits I did before the crash was there. So you guys will get that video. You will get that video. But, man, I went to sleep at, I think, 1:30 at that point. Sometimes I think you just have to crash out. And you have to accept the crash out. It's not the best. Like you don't feel good about yourself. You don't feel good about yourself afterwards, per se. But you're allowed to have the crash out. Not a self-induced crash out, but if circumstances just push you to that line, and as a creator, you're like, what am I doing? Like, what the fuck am I doing? Just embrace it. Don't be a Jedi. Be a Sith. I would say be Grey Jedi, I guess. But I feel like in recent years, somebody came out and said that Grey Jedi aren't a thing, even though George Lucas made one and Qui-Gon Jinn. But if there could only be two options, be Sith. Embrace the rage. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I'm not going to be collecting for a while. That part's for sure. I got to get the love back somehow. Thank you for the responses on the Office redo video. I'm excited to do that. That's got me excited. Doing prop stuff, cosplay stuff, maybe that'll rejuvenate me a bit with the content. I'm not done with toys altogether. This isn't one of those videos. I'm selling off my whole collection. This is stupid. That's not what's happening. It's just a major slowdown in collecting is happening. I'm still going to collect though. Not that guy. You guys know who it is if you know. Oh, wait. I wasn't even talking about that guy, but also that other guy too, yes. Anyway, sorry, third thing, that other guy who is excommunicado from our toy group, Toy Circle, still making TikTok content. I don't know. It was suggested to me in my algorithm. But yeah, excited for the Office stuff. Now in nerdy movie and TV kind of stuff. Oh wow, Sunrun's still a company. Didn't realize that. In TV movie stuff, We have one more day of Halloween. Well, the Halloween season. Maybe we'll run through the weekend. I don't know. But one more day of the Halloween season. It's been fun working through the movie watch lists. I added a bunch of movies and then ended up not watching a good amount of them, but watching other ones. Yesterday, got a chance to watch Frighteners. I haven't watched that in so long. I'm telling you, in my headcanon, Frighteners is canon to Ghostbusters. Same universe. Can't tell me otherwise. Maybe we'll do a video one day about that. It's pretty straightforward, but yeah. So enjoyed Frighteners. We are currently on the rewatch of Stranger Things, going into the new season. And what I do need to watch, I am not rushing. One person told me something good about it. Not anybody I know. But I do need to watch the new season of Star Wars Visions. I've seen zero coverage of it. Zero. Take it for what it's worth. But I do need to watch that. So if you've watched Star Wars Visions new season, let me know. If you've watched any of Star Wars Visions and liked it, let me know. I thought season 1 was great. Season 2 was So season 3 seems to be going back to some of the stories of season 1. I'm excited for that. And I think that's all I've been watching. I did start Conjuring 2. Did not finish it. Maybe I'll try to finish that today. But like I said, it was a fun list to work through. The movies are still on the watch list that I did not get a chance to get to. So whether it's throughout the year, whether it's next Halloween, your suggestions are saved. Thank you for the suggestions. Should we do a Christmas one? I don't know. I enjoy Christmas, but it's not my Halloween. Halloween's my jam. The other thing that kind of sucks is I didn't get to go back to Salem. I wanted to, didn't get a chance. So maybe this weekend. Who knows? It should still be bumping on the 1st. But we'll see. Heritage Live tonight, Halloween episode, in costume. It will be an open mic, so if you want to come on the show, please dress up. Don't be that guy or that girl. And I'll put a link in the chat when the stream starts. Again, embrace the crash out when you have to. I wish the sun was out. But it's all right. I'm embracing the fall. The fallness. The coffee's kind of cold, though. And I'll talk to you guys tonight. If I don't see you tonight, I'll see you tomorrow. If I don't see you tomorrow, have a good weekend. But hopefully, you can stop by tonight or tomorrow. Peace.